3 knocks, slow, deliberate. You don't answer it for neighbors. You don't answer it for friends. You answer it because if you don't, the man bleeding out on your welcome mat dies. And if he dies, you're next. He's holding a gym bag and a wound that will kill him in the next 20 minutes if you don't do something about it. You grabbed your kit. This is your life now. No waiting rooms, no insurance forms, no oath, just the scalpel, the silence, and the weight of every secret you've ever kept. You are the patch man. 6 years ago, you were the golden boy of Johns Hopkins. Thoracic surgery, a 4.0, a future so clean it almost hurt to look at. Then, something happened. Maybe it was the debt. Maybe it was a malpractice case the board wouldn't let go. Maybe it was one decision that felt small at the time. Now, you don't exist on paper. No license, no practice, no record of you anywhere in any system. You are a ghost. And in the world you now inhabit, a ghost with a scalpel is the most valuable thing there is. When a gang member takes a round through the chest after a deal goes wrong, they don't call an ambulance. When an elite criminal needs surgery that cannot under any circumstances appear in a database, they don't go to the ER, they come to you. It starts small. You operate out of a basement. Concrete floors, one fluorescent light that never stops buzzing, a steel table you bought from a decommissioned veterinary clinic. Your patients at this level are nobodies. Errand boys who got caught in the edge of a firefight they were never supposed to be near. Low value, expendable. That's exactly why they send them to you first. You have no pharmacy. You source antibiotics through veterinary supply chains, surgical thread through shell companies that exist only on paper. You work with whatever you have because whatever you have is all there is. And you work fast. Gut shot means 20 minutes before rival crews trace the safe house location. Every decision is a gamble. Every cut is a calculation. You are performing trauma surgery in a basement with no backup, no team, no second opinion. But here's what this level is really about. It's not the medicine, it's the audition. They're watching to see if you can stay calm, if you can keep your mouth shut, if you can look a dying man in the eye and do what needs to be done without flinching. By year 3, you aren't just fixing bodies. Now you travel in black BMWs with blacked out glass. You have a mobile operating suite, $2 million of surgical equipment packed inside a delivery van that looks like it's carrying furniture. It could drive past a police checkpoint and nobody would look twice. It is the most dangerous vehicle on any highway in this country, and it is completely invisible. At this level, you have people on payroll, a medical examiner who loses paperwork, a border agent who waves through restricted sedatives without logging them. You are no longer just a surgeon. You are a logistics operation. You are infrastructure. The brigadier who controls you treats you the way a general treats a nuclear asset, with careful hands, with deliberate distance, because you are too valuable to lose and too dangerous to trust completely. At the top, you don't treat wounds anymore. You reconstruct people. You perform plastic surgery on assassins who need to become someone else entirely. You alter dental records for individuals the organization has decided to erase. You are the reason certain people can walk out of one life and into another with no forensic trace connecting the two. You are the mechanism by which the underworld manages its most sensitive problem, identity. You have no friends at this level. You realize that somewhere around year 4. What you have are positions, arrangements, people who need you alive today and will run the same calculation again tomorrow. Every person in every room is quietly asking the same question. Is this person worth more breathing or not? The only reason the answer keeps landing in your favor is because you've made sure that killing you is more expensive than keeping you. You are the Switzerland of the underworld, neutral, essential, untouchable, and utterly alone. You know which senator has an addiction his security detail doesn't know about. You know what happened in a Central Park penthouse that 3 lawyers and a 7-figure settlement tried to bury. You know names, dates, procedures performed on people who don't officially exist. You are a vault, and that vault is the only thing keeping you alive. You are untouchable, not because you're powerful, not because you're protected, but because killing you would release everything inside it. You built a dead man's switch out of secrets and then climbed inside. The organization knows it. The people at the top know it. Everyone in every room knows it. That's not freedom. That's a different kind of cage. You didn't get trapped by the violence or the money. You got trapped by becoming too good at surviving. You optimized yourself into a corner so tight, there's no door left to walk through. Your girlfriend thinks you're a private medical consultant. High-end clients, NDAs. That's why you can't talk about your work. That's why your phone is always face down on the table. That's why sometimes you disappear for 3 days and come back smelling like antiseptic and something else she can never quite name. She's smart. That's what makes it harder. She doesn't ask the obvious questions because she's already figured out that the obvious questions don't get obvious answers. Instead, she watches. The way your jaw tightens when certain numbers call, the way you always sit facing the door in restaurants, the way you check the street before you check your phone in the morning. She knows something is wrong, she just doesn't know what. And you are very, very careful to keep it that way. Because caring about Maya is the most dangerous thing you've done since the first night you picked up that scalpel in the basement. Danger you can manage, danger you've trained for. But Maya sitting across from you at dinner asking why you look tired, that kind of danger has no antidote. You've built an entire architecture of half-truths around her. The apartment you share is not the apartment you actually use. The name on your utility bills is not your name. If anyone ever traced you here, they would find a well-furnished dead end. You designed it that way. She tells you she loves you one night when she thinks you're already asleep. You don't move. You keep your breathing steady because responding means opening a door you cannot afford to open. But you heard her. You always hear her. You sit alone with your scotch, staring at the city lights that used to feel like freedom. Now they just look cold. Your hands still shake a little when you hold the glass. Too many years, too many nights without sleep. The money is still there, piles of it, but it doesn't warm you anymore. You used to think you were in control, but you were never free. You were always their tool. And now you're getting older. Your eyes aren't as sharp, your hands aren't as steady. One day soon, they'll bring in someone younger, someone hungrier, someone who doesn't ask questions yet. They'll thank you for your service with a quiet nod, maybe one last bag of cash. Then they'll walk away, and you'll be left with nothing but the memories and the blood that never washes off. Your life will never be the same again. It ended the night you opened that door. You traded everything, your name, your future, your soul, for their secrets. And when they don't need you anymore, they'll replace you like they replace every broken thing. You're still a slave. You always were.